Victory. Fatality.
What's going on YouTube? I'm Jonathan FORFITZ. If you're unaware of who I am and are new to my channel, I mostly make Diablo 2 content and the occasional rant video here and there. Anyways, today I'd like to talk about how Blizzard handles cheaters and what it means for the future of botting in Diablo 2 Resurrected.
Now you're gonna have to learn with your left hand.
For those of you who have been out of the loop for a few decades, we kind of have this major problem in the original version of Diablo 2. Unfortunately, the online games are filled with tons of cheaters who run botted experience games for the sheer purpose of benefiting of making money off the backs of Diablo 2 players. Blizzard Entertainment over the years has tried to fend off these unwanted players through massive ban waves here and there, but the reality is I don't actually think they want this problem gone entirely, and let me explain why. Diablo 2 Resurrected is definitely going to be bringing in tons of revenue for the company, before and after the launch. The game is currently listed at $39.99, while the original game is listed at $9.99. A player by the name of Eximus made a video about this topic in 2019, explaining how Blizzard gets roughly $250,000 every time they ban Diablo 2 bots. In the video, he explains how Blizzard profits off the black market item trading that has been going on behind the scenes in Diablo 2 for decades now. These item selling websites purchase a large portion of CD keys. They bring in tons of money for themselves as well as Blizzard. One of the reasons it could be true is because they've ignored our requests about the bots repeatedly before in the past, to the point where players in the Diablo 2 community are actually making their own private servers. Basically, you guys, they refuse to police their own. I truly believe over the years they've been turning a blind eye at some moments while making profits in the other, almost like toothpaste. By making this game $39.99, they're definitely going to up their revenue gains being brought in, even when majority of the players leave after the hype launch and move on. Fortunately, players like myself won't move on because we are true diehard fans of the franchise. As players, what should we be asking for then? Honestly, you guys, we need to be holding Blizzard accountable for how they handle these cheaters in the future and in the past. I, like many, am afraid I might be pushed back into a corner of single player experience all over again, because Blizzard doesn't do enough to handle these cheaters. Will there be bots in Diablo 2 Resurrected? Most definitely. The question is how will Blizzard handle it? What's the solution? It's real simple. We need massive ban waves like they did before, but what we really need is periodic policing throughout the entire game. It's not like these players are invincible. They are very easily detected. You can ask any veteran player to spot out a bot on Battle.net and they'll easily show you. Well, it's not the case of Call of Duty here, where you have a hint that guy you might be fighting might be using an aimbot. These bots clearly run out in the open waving their enigma around in front of your face while casting bless hammers, typing things like, "Bale stole my bicycle, let's kill him," and repeating the text every single game. Only time will tell if Blizzard is truly committed to resolving this, or maybe they'll just go off and ignore the bots like they previously have done. I actually had a solution I suggested on the Battle.net forums a long time ago on how to resolve this. I basically explained to a GM that bots and map hackers can actually easily be detected by how fast they enter certain zones within the game. For instance, an average player wouldn't be able to make it to the throne room multiple times in under 10 seconds. All Blizzard would have to do is determine if a player is making it to a certain zone within a certain amount of time, within a set amount of games, then they must be cheating. Now, it sounds a bit complex, but it actually really isn't. These bots run on consistency. Unfortunately, the system that Blizzard currently has in place punishes legitimate players for creating multiple games when they're not cheating. This is another thing players won't be too happy to have in Diablo Resurrected: game restrictions. If Blizzard moves forward with some type of game restriction, I can almost guarantee you players will be pissed off. This was a tactic they used against cheaters in the past, but in reality it hurt actual players if they were magic farming too fast. If this gets put into the game, I could see myself playing more single player. But yeah, what do you guys feel about game restrictions? It wasn't something I personally was a fan about, being locked out of my game for hours on end because I liked farming Pandal skin 10,000 times like this guy. Maybe my solution for how fast a player enters the throne room might not work, or maybe it will, who knows. Maybe there's a better solution out there, just as long as it's not at the cost to the legitimate player. Obviously, the D2 art trailer looks amazing. I'm happy that ladder reset will be happening more frequently, and we're getting a bunch of must-needed quality of life changes, which is awesome. I really couldn't think of any better person within the Diablo 2 community than Mr. Llama to ask the developers all the questions for us. The questions he asked were great. I'm sure if he had more time, he could have talked their heads off with a lot more. I personally may be being a bit skeptical about the future of botting within the game, but you really can't blame me. With the track record of Blizzard's transparency, it isn't great either, and I can only hope it improves for the future. I really hope to be a part of the alpha just so I can give my feedback and make sure we're getting the best possible remaster a Diablo player could ask for. Another thing I was going to talk about would be D2JSP. I'm going to leave that for a separate video. With the rebirth of Diablo 2, trading websites are definitely going to flourish with the return of so many players. If you guys want to hear my opinions about D2JSP, just let me know down in the comment section below and maybe I'll make a video about it. Anyways, if you guys had to rate everything Blizzard has shown us about Diablo 2 Resurrected, what would you rate it from 1 to 10? 10 being amazing and 1 let's say being garbage. Let me know down in the comment section below. I personally would give it a hard 8. With some of those character models, they obviously need to be retextured a little bit better, and some of the gems, things like that. Anyways YouTube, I'm signing off. If you liked my video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. It helps me in the YouTube algorithm. Once again, best of luck on magic farming, and may the odds ever be in your favor.